Next we are gonna look at the 308 Winchester and 7.62 by 51 NATO round. And we are gonna try to answer the question, what first round hit probability do we want at the target distance? In the next category we have somehow the AR-10 related cartridges or the 30 caliber. For the 308 we have between 100 and 200 grains. We picked up a bit of ballistic coefficient at 0.5. About same muzzle velocity. If you look, they are all roughly leaving the muzzle at about 2.5 Mach, so 2.5 times the speed of sound. We now pick up some more muzzle energy at 2700 foot-pounds, and they can generate a higher momentum at muzzle of 65 foot-pounds per second. However, we start to feel recoil around 15 to 17 pounds. And the cost also for higher quality, more precision rounds, it's higher than the 223, so it's almost double. For this I have selected a scene from the movie 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. You see one of the main characters shooting his HNK 417 308 battle rifle in this clip. Let's watch.
That's a mistake.
Dude, we kicked their ass?
No. What are you doing? No, don't do that. Fuck.
They're flanking us! Zombieland! Move! Moving! Upstairs window.
So 308, it's one of the most popular medium-range military cartridges, I would call it. It's usually effective for 600 meters and up shots. However, it's not the best long-range cartridge out there. It's an excellent medium-range cartridge. It becomes transonic and less than 500 foot-pounds of energy at around 800 meters, 900 yards more or less. I have modeled again all the way up to 1800 meters just in order to show you the effect of wind as well as the drop in velocity and energy at different distances. So you can see at 800 meters we are already close to Mach 1, so we are way into the transonic zone, and the energy drop below 500 at 800 meters. Modeling, again, a rifle shooter ammo precision of 1 MOA, a best case muzzle velocity SD of 5, and a very light wind, almost to no wind. You can see that we have on an IPSC target at 600 meters, 100% hit probability. However, once you go to 900 meters, you already drop at 90, and then you drop very fast, 70%. It's at basically 1050 meters. And we are down to 50% hit at 1200. On the horizontal uncertainty, the wind now becomes the biggest factor, much bigger than the rifle. And on the vertical uncertainty, we have now many different factors that start to impact our shot probability at 1600 yards. So muzzle velocity, temperature, even the range variation, pressure, and the rifle precision are now coming into play. This is the scattered shot simulation for an IPSC target at 1600 meters, and you can see in the end it's a 20% hit probability, more or less. Modeling our different circle diameter targets from the 6-inch to the 36-inch, you see basically that we are in the 90% zone probability for a 6-inch target at 400 meters. However, it drops very fast from there. So this cartridge excels in the 400, 600, let's say even up to 800 meters, but anything beyond that becomes a stretch. Also, it's important to understand that what we've been looking at is in a best case scenario. This is another example where you see the different sensitivity for a 15-inch and a 10-inch target. If you have wind plus minus 1 mile per hour versus plus minus 5 miles per hour, and then distance measurement precision plus minus 5 yards versus plus minus 50 yards. So you can see that if you have wind misjudged or distance misjudged, basically you are not gonna hit much beyond 600 yards anyway, and even inside 300 to 400 yards you have a big probability to miss if you don't have a very precise ranging. So the moral of this story is that if you want to make precise shots, you need to measure distance very precisely, so you need a laser rangefinder, and at the same time you need to judge wind very well, or at least get lucky and have very good wind conditions. Putting side by side the 308 Winchester versus 6.5 Creedmoor, basically there is no real comparison. The 6.5 Creedmoor, it's very good at longer range distances, so above 800 meters, while the 308 Winchester holds its own up to 600 meters more or less. That's why many people favor the 6.5 Creedmoor versus the 308 for the long range precision rifles. Looking at the wind and now trying to understand why the 6.5 Creedmoor is also more effective at longer ranges. It's also because the wind has a lower impact on it. If you look at the scale, the uncertainty on the left, it's 20 some inches for the 308, while it's only 13 inches for the 6.5 Creedmoor. So again, it's not twice, but almost twice as better than the 308 when it comes to the wind. If you look at 1 miles per hour error on the 6.5 Creedmoor, we are at 20% hit probability, while the same 1 mile per hour is at 10% on the 308. So definitely much better wind behavior and lower wind deflection from the 6.5.